Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. We were deep in the throes of combat with Lyla the she-wolf, and a bunch of other wolves apparently, because she usurped Gorbel's wolf army and sent them upon us. She also used weird magic I don't understand to displace Pinwin and some of our runes, and Gorbel spent a lot of the combat trying to just open the door. During that, I had shapeshifted into a Bem-like creature and fended off the wolves, as Willem seemed to keep flying up and hugging Lyla, and I'm not sure what's happening now.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach. All right, welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Welcome back.
Hello.
A weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth. And around the table of the internet, we have our loquacious players.
Loquacious.
I'm Bill the Vampire, and Suki is mine.
How dare you call me loquacious? My name is Tomas, and I play dictionary.com.
I wish there were
Tomas,
just
I
a
play
cut
Tomar.
of like all the times that he said "Suki" during that.
Oh, I'm
that
sure there
series.
I'm sure there is. Well, we could find that. I can find
My old roommate and I started to just call each other "Suki" anytime we wanted to get
Her
each
name
other's
was
attention.
Suki, so that worked out perfectly.
Very convenient.
I'm Lindsey, and I'm loquacious. But I'm also Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure. This is episode 126.
You got that right.
That's a lot.
Checked. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
a lot of
25
episodes.
times
Season
5
1 is
plus 1.
stacked.
One could argue too many, but we keep going for your
You
listening
guys just
pleasure.
keep taking the right fork.
Is the right fork actually the wrong fork?
We had like a whole episode where we were all just sitting around drinking lemonades together, and it was winter. It was really weird to have lemonade then.
And it was somehow different than the episode where you sat around drinking root beer.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, the clip episodes of the 90s.
back when we started this podcast.
Remember when Joey put his head in a turkey?
That was a weird arc.
Herstad couldn't wrap presents. We had to teach him how.
Herstead couldn't talk to girls, had to teach him how.
Couldn't use the restroom. Had to teach him how.
You lift up your robes. I know druids don't normally have to. That you can just go anywhere. Sorry, druids.
That's all you druids out there. Fuck you.
Hey, take offense.
All right, now it's time for tonight's Around the Campfire question. For tonight's Around the Campfire question, it's going to be another world builder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d4, and with the same correspondence as your normal numbers, I will ask you what a term is, whether it's a person, place, thing, or miscellaneous. So you guys are going to tell me that. I will give you the word after I call on you. So you'll have to think on your feet. So, rolling the d4. Let's see who comes
your
first.
shoes are on.
Why?
You're thinking on your feet. You want them protected.
Don't want to step on a Lego.
Or the Play-Doh that probably fell on the floor. That does feel gross.
Get that between your toesies.
Ew.
All right, so we've got number 2, which is Tomar. I want you to tell me what the landing pool is.
Oh, the landing pool. The landing pool is a horizontal entrance, bridge between planes. So, okay. So there's this body of water to the far east of Mirenlug, and out in that water there's this big patch of water that people often just disappear into, and it's called the landing pool because people have found that when they go inside, they come out into a different plane. They haven't discovered what plane it is because traversing the water when they get on the other side is it's too thick to actually use a boat for. So yeah, so far they haven't found what the purpose of the landing pool is.
Very nice. Okay.
Now the drowning pool is banned from the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's where you let the bodies just hit those
Yep.
floors. Okay, next up.
Singer's body hit the floor.
Gorbel, I want you to tell me what Maki Rafo is.
Gross.
Makirafo. 2 words.
Yeah, 2 words because it's a first and a last name.
Okay. Why don't you tell me a little bit more?
That was all the juice that I got. And I'm spent.
Oh, I eked out that last bit of sassiness, and that was it.
Let me take a
Maki-
sip of this drink to stall.
Maki Rafo is a famous dog.
Yes.
Like
I think I
Pero
saw
Pepe?
it before.
Yeah, it saved people.
Oh, Maki
that-
Ruffo. I
Oh,
see.
right.
No,
yeah.
it's Rafo.
Okay.
So tell me what happened.
My mistake.
Wasn't there an avalanche like years and years ago in Dogwick?
It's awesome.
I know you tell me. You tell me
Sounds
about
right,
this.
Gorbel.
I'm remembering that correctly, right?
Yeah.
Well, there was that avalanche and it like trapped a bunch of the people there,
Yeah,
and
dog
then
hero.
Maki Rafo, the dog, that he went and he alerted a village like a little ways down the mountainside and led some people back to help them. That's how the story goes, right?
Yeah, we can all aspire to be more like Maki Rafo.
Yeah, and that's why they erected that statue of Maki Rafo down at the bottom of the path.
Is Dogwick named in Maki Raffo's honor, Seth?
No.
Need that answered.
Let me have another sip to stall real quick.
I'm interested to see where this is going.
There was an evil dog.
Another drink to buy some time. Another drink to buy some
Wiki
time. Quick.
Waffo.
You know what?
Dogwick was named because there were a lot of dogs that ran wild in that area before. Then they started domesticating them
And turn them
Anyway.
into candles.
Horses go to glue. Dogs go to candles. It's a topsy-turvy world.
All right. So, okay. So Maki Rafo the dog who saved Dogwick, which is also named because of so many wild feral dogs that were then domesticated.
Keep that in mind. They were domesticated.
He was the most domesticated of them all.
He was a good boy.
All right.
Was not expecting
all right.
that.
I really hope that, I don't. What kind of like terrain is Dogwick?
Isn't it mountainous?
Mountainous.
That's what I thought. That's so awesome. Oh yeah, because the avalanche. Duh.
There's some dogs that live in mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Tibetan
This is a fucking
mastiffs.
fantasy world.
Yeah.
Free your mind.
Yeah, what kind of
Yep.
dog was Maki Rafo?
Bernie's mountain dog.
I imagine so fluffy.
No, I imagine like some kind of mutt, like kind of scraggly, sleek, limber.
That's true. You'd be faster.
So just a mutt.
Yeah.
All right.
Those good dogs are always mutts.
Santa's little helper.
Not mine.
Our dog is good sometimes.
All right.
The
Pinwin.
bad dogs are mutts too.
Pinwin, it is your turn.
Okay.
I want you to tell me what is the perpetual visage of the blue hand? Also pronounced visage at times.
Perpetual visage of the blue hand.
Yeah.
Damn, that's heavy.
Oh.
Heavy-handed, you would say. Yeah.
Perpetual Versace. Perpetual.
Versace.
Yeah. Yep, thank you. The Play-Doh Versace of the new hands.
Okay. Perpetual visage.
Just say visage,
saying
because
it? No.
most people don't say visage.
It
I don't know if
sounds
anyone does.
fancier. I like it. Perpetual Visage of the
Sounds
Blue
pronounced.
Hand
It's
is a
visage.
famous book that has been what's the word I'm looking for?
Outlawed,
No.
praised,
It's like
Published.
no, opposite of published. It's like
unpublished.
so it's kind
Banned.
of lost in it was lost a long time ago, but it's known to hold a bunch of like secret spells and like different variations, specifically with a blue mage hand, different things that you can do to make it really cool. And I'd like to find that book, Seth.
Okay.
Wink.
Get an OP mage hand. I guess that's kind of like arcane hand,
But it's only used for reading. Just turning pages for you in really big tomes.
You also don't need a light because it glows, so you just
All-purpose book hand.
But it's terrible, like the light that you would attach to a Game Boy in the 90s.
I loved those. I don't know what you're talking about.
We
Those were
loved them because
fantastic.
there wasn't another option.
It's true.
Exactly.
Anyway, this book is like known to give people some immense power. So the owner of the book, there's been some history of some bad stuff happening because they just get like really, really lost in their blue hand magic. And but some people have used it for good. But either way, the power is very much a big thing. And the person who wields that book must have some responsibility and some restraint. But right now it's lost. Rumor has it it was thrown into a giant a giant canyon.
Oh, that changes things.
I couldn't think of where do you throw things?
I'm imagining like a weird mashup of like Indiana Jones and Breaking Bad.
I haven't
where,
seen Indiana Jones.
I was imagining a literal
Still?
giant and somebody hucking the book so hard it went into the giant. Like, "Ugh."
Lost in some canyon or
into
volcano.
I see what you did. Okay, into a giant. Full stop. Okay.
I almost called it Indiana Jones, and I don't know why. I haven't seen no Indiana Jones. Okay, so yeah, that's about that book. I hope to find it one day. It's on my to-do list. I have a lot of things on my to-do list, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm like number one is kind of like survive and save the world. If the world's not saved, then buy book. So.
Where do we answer campfire questions when we're in the heat of combat?
I was wondering that.
Do we?
These are like they take place in their own little pocket area. Just imagine when you've been at a campfire in the past. We're just like cutting back to it. These are cold opens.
I picture us writing a door on the wall and then walking through, and then we're in the porta
wait a
potty.
moment.
Hold on,
We do the Zach Morris timeout.
I have 6 seconds.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Pinwin.
Mm-hmm.
And Willem, looks like you have the last one. I want you to tell me about, weirdly enough, the vellum.
The vellum.
Weird. That is weird.
Why?
Because
Why do you
it's,
guys both think that's
Close
weird?
to
Because it's like
Venom?
your name, both your original names smashed together.
Okay.
Oh, I thought of.
Man.
Fuck, I need to go to sleep.
Vellum Wild Tell.
Vellum Wilder.
Let me just drink my coffee.
Just stall real quick.
The vellum is actually an investigatory tactic where if you are able to find a piece of evidence, I guess you could say, or you have a suspect for a crime, you're able to take a sample from that person and infuse yourself with their thought process. So what a lot of investigators will do is take a sample from their suspect, revisit the crime scene, and it essentially lets them get into the mindset of said suspect and retrace their steps, essentially, if that person were to have been there.
So it's like a magical and investigatory tactic.
Yes.
How
Very
does it,
nice.
Okay, never mind. I don't need to ask. I was gonna say, how does it work? But then that would require you knowing that. So
No, this is good. This is good.
I am interested
a little
to know
less
more.
is more at sometimes.
Right,
Is
yeah.
that I can work with that.
I take the Hidetaka Miyazaki approach. You're going to have to pick up 900 items throughout the game that have like brief descriptions, and you have to piece it together your goddamn self. And even then, it's not definitive. It's whatever you make it up to be.
And it's strongly recommended you don't run up and hit the person before they can greet you or anything.
Yes.
Also, I should note, Pinwin, the perpetual visage or visage of the Blue Hand book, the tome, was rumored to either have been created or simply belong to the Mirror Mage.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
keep that in mind. He was the last known person to have been in contact with it. So, this is what the map looks like right now. When we last left off, Lyla was floating in the air still, having just interacted a lot with Willem. They had like a weird aerial battle, sort of. And then he suddenly fell to the ground, unconscious. Tomar, you were floating halfway between the top of this platform, which is about 40 feet from the ground, and the ground itself. Gorbel, you and Shigara were at the top. You had just rescued her. And Pinwin, you were standing in the doorway as Zyko and another person entered from the staircase.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where am I?
You are up here.
Where am I?
You are right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, my
it's
picture
a big
is
map, so you guys look really small, but I can zoom in if I need to.
Okay. Okay.
So keep that in mind if you need to see something closer.
Okay.
And so you've got some wolves up here, some of the wolfish followers, and you've got Lyla right here, you've got Miraluk right here, you've got Len, Dirk, Bem. I can't read what that says, but it probably says Chester, and then Zyko. All right, so when we last left off, things were popping off weird. So you had just rescued Shigara. Her eyes had just opened. Tomar had kind of helped you guys with his candle. Pinwin, you had just taken down the big fucking beast. And Willem, you were waking up. Now, Willem, the first thing I need you to do is give me a Constitution save.
You got it, boss.
Oh.
Huh. I rolled an 18, so plus 2, 20.
Okay. So, Willem, that document I shared with you,
Yes.
so something happens. You are as Lyla told you to arise, vampire, there was like a pull and a cut from whatever was connecting her mind to yours as she snapped her head in the direction of Gorbel. In that fraction of a moment, with your Constitution save, you were able to sort of get a stronger bearing on yourself. So that document I shared with you, that very first entry under traits, rather than the 2, it's going to be 1, and things are going to be a lot less intense for you than that document indicates, if that makes sense.
Yes and no.
I'll give you more fully what it means as things kind of come up, but
Okay.
What I told you before will still you'll get a advantage on certain aspects. Anyway, okay, so you guys are kind of in the mix here, and so Lila's staring at you, Gorbel. Tomar, you're floating there in the center with the candle. Pinwin, you're in the doorway. And Zyko has just come up, and we'll go back to the order we were in, which means Pinwin is at the top.
Oh.
Pinwin, Zyko has just entered from the stairs carrying this woman.
But we're in combat?
We are in combat. There's still combat going on.
Okay. Oh, hi, Psycho. Yeah, and after I say hi to Zyko, then
And Willem, you're on deck.
I'll turn my way back over to Lyla, and Is she just like laying there? Is that what's going on?
No, she's flying in the air.
Oh, she's flying.
She's not super hurt yet, right?
No, she is hurt, but not to the point that you think she's not long for this world.
Okay, so last time we played, I cast a healing spirit spell that would have kept going for a minute. So I would have rolled a few different times.
Yeah, you healed everybody up in that area.
Oh, fuck. No, we're good. That's cool. Okay, just wanted to not forget that because I was not doing good. I'm still not, but...
I just love hearing Lindsey say fuck. I don't know why. It cracks me up every time.
Okay, so I'm going to use my boon and... I don't remember which
boon?
Let me go see. So many notes. Okay. I'm going to use my Boon of High Magic, and I'm going to use a level 9 spell and cast Weird. Ooh. Shit's gonna get weird. Okay. The Weird spell. Drawing on the deepest fears of a group of creatures, you create illusory creatures in their minds, visible only to them. Each creature in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, a creature becomes frightened for the duration. The illusion calls on the creature's deepest fears, manifesting its worst nightmares as an implacable threat. At the end of each of the frightened creature's turn, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 psychic damage.
Okay, and what boon were you using?
Boon of High Magic.
Okay.
Normally,
So you're
Pinwin doesn't have a level 9 spell.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So the
all right,
ghost of commitment shows up. And like, ooh.
Yeah, what are you going to conjure?
Well, it'd be something that she's scared of, like her
Yeah.
deepest fears. So you would have to come up with it.
Oh, okay. You don't just decide, it just bubbles up?
Their brain
Okay.
conjures it.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. So it was a wisdom save of what? It's probably 19, right? I feel like that's all you guys' magic saves now.
It is. It's 19, but yeah.
Does anything happen if they save?
No.
So, unfortunately, Lyla seems far too distracted by other things and seems unaffected by this spell after you cast it.
Boo.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
I do nothing. Yeah, no, I think that's about it for now.
Okay. Gotcha. Willem, it is your turn.
Okay.
And Tomar, you are on deck.
Okay. So, I am going to slowly stand up and just kind of like I'm stretching and like crack my neck and just kind of squint like I'm just waking from a very long slumber and like the light is a little bit too bright in here. And then I'm gonna scan the room very quickly and look for Gorbel.
You see Gorbel is up top holding Shigara about 40 feet above you on that platform.
Okay. So do I have line of sight on her or
sort of like partial line of sight.
okay,
She's
like probably like
up-
the top of her head
Yeah.
kind of thing. Okay. I would like to spider climb or spider walk, run
Okay.
up the dais
Okay.
to the edge of it. My walking speed is 30 feet.
Okay.
Am I able to reach the top, like the lip?
No, you'd be 10 feet down.
Okay.
But you'd have like a much better vantage point up there if like you were looking at Lyla or anything.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to see Shigara.
Gotcha. I think I would like to use the rest of my like action or like my turn to reach the lip of the
So
dais.
okay, gotcha. So you'll go
And just
into
kinda
like your
stop there,
charge.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And-
Yep.
Okay, and you reach the edge of the platform, and that's what you're going to do?
Yes, please.
Okay. Tomar and Gorbel, you're on deck.
Could Lyla make a dex saving throw, please?
Sure. 21.
Did she have any active things that are affecting her saving throws?
She has advantage on a lot of things right now.
Is she still blind? Was she blinded?
She is still blinded, yes.
So she would have disadvantage on a dex save.
So it would break even at the moment.
Okay, so you only rolled once?
Correct.
Because you said she had advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
But she has advantage, but she has blindness, so they cancel each other out.
I was just asking. I wanted to make sure you didn't forget that something was happening. Okay, well then the beam of radiant energy is gonna come down and nothing is gonna happen because she's gonna slink out of the way.
She's gonna feel it and just shloop. Anything else you'd like to do?
No one's looking particularly bad, are they?
Not just those wolfish-looking humans that have,
No, I mean my allies.
Oh no, you've healed Gorbel and Willem pretty well, and I'm not sure how are you doing, Pinwin. And I don't know if you'd be able to see Pinwin as easily.
Yeah, in terms of health, how are you doing?
I could be worse.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that in a role-playing way.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is Pinwin total?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, I guess this is 60, so 70 feet away from you.
I'm going to fly 10 feet towards Pinwin, and I'm going to cast Healing Word at... I'll do 5th level.
5th level? Okay.
So you heal for 19 HP.
Thank you.
Hi, Pinwin.
Hi, thank you.
Bye.
And Tomar, I'm going to need a wisdom save.
Bust that hot waz.
That's a 20. Damn.
Okay. All right, so you're going to take half damage on this. The moment you get close to Lyla, you feel like this weird flame, almost like invisible flame, kind of leap off of her and go for you. But because you are able to resist a lot of its damage, you're only going to take 16 damage.
What kind?
It is necrotic.
Okay.
All right, Gorbel. Or was that it for you, Tomar?
Yep, that was my bonus action.
I have a couple things I want to do, but I think Tomar isn't super close to Lyla, is he?
Yeah, he's within 5 feet.
Within 5 feet. Ugh. How accurate am I? Guess that depends on my roll.
Yeah.
I should have
But also,
specified.
Willem is now basically right in front of you at the edge, but you're horizontal still, right?
No, I wanted to come up over the
Okay.
lip.
Gotcha. So
He's making me nervous.
he's in front of you and he's staring at you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at Lyla because she seems fiery.
Okay. Yeah, she's floating up in the air, so you'd be able to hit her.
22.
22? That would hit, yes.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to do 4d8.
Okay.
Okay, that is 20 cold damage.
20 cold damage. Okay. All right. One sec.
That also does something else too, doesn't it?
What?
Ray of Frost.
Yeah, what's the other effect?
Speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Gotcha.
Slow ass vampire.
Suck it, you cold bitch.
It's Jimmy in here.
All right.
Oh,
So,
All right, goodbye. This is my... That was my turn.
Was that a save?
goodbye.
Is that a save spell or and you had to roll to attack with
it
it?
was an attack spell.
Yeah, I had to
So
attack
you
with
could roll again to see if you got a crit because you have advantage on rolls while you're in
Oh,
the,
yeah, you
in
would
the
have
candle.
advantage.
that. Girl. Wait,
But
why-
Billy also has advantage because the candle just lets everyone who's in the radius, which I realize
So
now is
since
a
I'm-
big problem.
Since
for,
I'm entering the radius, will I get
You're not entering the radius.
You're nowhere near the candle right now.
Not
The
yet.
candle is right here.
But
You're all the way
like
over
if I
here.
got closer, I would.
If you made it to the candle,
I'm
your
gonna
health
do
wouldn't
that.
go up, but you would
that's
have
fine.
advantage on attack
Yeah,
rolls and
that's-
saving
that's
throws and
awesome.
stuff.
I didn't crit, but I rolled higher.
Nice.
Okay. But
Suck
Damage is the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
damage just be the same.
Fine.
All right, anything else you would like to do?
I'm going to look down and acknowledge Willem.
I like that you went, I love you, and then Ray of Rose. Because that's essentially what just happened.
I had to get her attention and stop her.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to do something that was more visually driven, but then I was reminded that she was blind, and I was like, well, fuck. Okay.
Now it's Lila's turn. So, Lyla, having been kind of assaulted by some sort of frozen spell that she can't see where it's coming from. Yes.
I have a question. Does that have any bigger effect on her?
It doesn't have bigger effect. It has lesser effect.
Fuck.
It's fewer.
Actually, both are acceptable.
So yes. So Lyla, not being able to see anything, is going to bring her hands up, and this purplish energy starts
Counterspell.
crackling from.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All
Please
right.
do.
Yeah.
Please do it.
Yes. Yep. Seth is
I
mad,
can't
sad.
deal with her shit today. Ugh.
Just let me kill you.
And I say, no. And I just like shut it down.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lyla. If they're casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, its spell fails and has no
But
effect.
what level are you casting it at?
3rd. If they're casting a level of 4th or higher, you have to make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the creature's spell fails and has no effect.
Okay. So you casting it at 3rd level, all of a sudden the magical energy dissipates from her fingers, and she looks
Yes.
extremely frustrated.
Yeah.
And turns her head and like starts almost as if she's listening, and it almost seems like she's directing her ear at you, Gorbel, and then she starts whispering under her breath. Tomar, you're the one with the best vantage point of this. You see that these wolfmen over here are beginning to like kind of converge, and they start like gathering up all kind of at the same time. These two do not move. This one over here isn't moving much, but you watch as they like begin to move kind of across the room, making their way closer to where you are, but also where Lyla is. And they all cluster up right here, and you watch as the air around them sort of shimmers with a red magical energy, and it's kind of like a little bit of a flame that's sort of coming up and forming, and they seem to be concentrating on something. Pinwin, it is your turn. Willem, you are on deck.
All right, so I'm going to utilize my hunter's mark while I have it, and I'm going to shoot at Lyla.
Okay. Are from back here still?
Yes. So
Okay.
yeah. Oh, jeez. That was a shitty roll. Oh, I have advantage, though, with hunter's mark. Thank Todd. Oh, so much better. 28.
That hits.
Yippee. 10, and then I rolled 6. So 16 damage.
Okay.
And then I will shoot again.
Okay.
23 for that one.
That
Okay.
hits.
Okay, yeah. Yay, 23. Okay. So then, nice. Okay, so 17 total damage for that second hit.
Okay. Gotcha.
And now I'm going to take my hat off and throw it and cast Mantle of Majesty, and I'm going to do a run and slide closer to Lyla and try to target Lyla with that Mantle of Majesty.
So what happens when you do that?
So I cloak myself in Fey magic that makes others want to serve me, and I have unearthly beauty for 1 minute. So
Okay.
my hair is going to be flowing in the wind like when you see like famous people and they're in a photo shoot and fans blowing in their hair, and yeah, it looks super gorgeous. And I have some shimmering like on my skin, just mwah, chef's kiss, beautiful. Okay, so yeah, and I'll try to target Lyla, so we'll see if she saves wisdom 19.
Wisdom 19.
Poop.
So you fly out there, Pinwin. You hit her twice, then come running, sliding out, throw your hat off your head. I imagine you slide on your knees, and you are just this majestic, beautiful creature, and you feel as though it just barely takes hold of Lyla.
Yeah. All right, be careful. So, yeah.
And then I'm going to command Lyla to. Which one did I want?
You can choose any word too. It doesn't have to be one of those.
Well, that's harder. And now I lost that tab. Are you kidding me?
While you do that, I have a question. Is that command, is that going to be in Lila's head, or is that going to be like an audible thing?
It's
like
audible.
a force of control, yeah.
Okay.
Pinwin yells it out.
Okay, so, but Lyla would have to be able to hear in order for that to work?
If Pinwin wants to keep casting it.
Yeah.
Is she deafened or blinded? She's blinded.
She's blinded, yeah.
Okay. I'll yell grovel. And yeah, I don't know. So it says
grovel. Okay.
Yeah. The target falls prone and then ends her turn. I don't know if it's the best one. I'm just trying it.
Okay, grovel it is. So you yell grovel, and all of a sudden you guys watch as Lila's body kind of jackknifes in the air and slams to the ground on her knees in like a very, a prostrate kowtow, and she is suddenly just like on the ground, almost as if she's like extremely subservient. Willem, it is now your turn. Give me a wisdom save.
You got it, boss.
You're actually going to have to do 2 because
Good job, Lindsey.
of what Lyla was whispering on her last turn. So give me 1 and then give me another.
I wasn't looking.
I did not see it, whatever it is.
Nice.
Okay. I was like,
Did you say it? I want no attention.
okay, definitely going with the first one. 29.
29, all right. You resist this compelling force as Lila's voice was like whispering in your ear, and then suddenly she stopped and like slammed herself to the ground. Now give me another wisdom save.
Okie doke. Don't like that one. I like that one. 23.
23. You are able to resist the urge that you had previously.
Yay.
But you feel as though you might have to continue to try. But you are in complete control of your own faculties at the moment.
All right. I am... Well, has Gorbel let go of Shigara at this point?
I still have her.
You still have her? I am going to about face.
Okay.
And I'm going to huck my warp dagger at Lyla.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead and roll.
Oh.
She's on the ground now, and she's also prone. So you'll have advantage against. Oh no, gotcha. You're not within 5 feet. So you will actually have disadvantage on this.
He has advantage for being in the candle.
So it'll cancel it out. Thank you for reminding me.
It'll candle it out.
So yeah, so you just straight roll.
Okay. 29.
That hits. All right, so you whip the warp dagger at her. It sticks into her.
Okay.
Do you warp?
I do.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that beautiful damage.
7.
7 damage. All right, so you come flashing in. Okay. What else do you got?
I would like to stab at her with Kariki Anj.
And now you have advantage because you are within 5 feet of her.
Excellent.
Sorry, it's been a while since I've moved things on a map, so so I have to remember to do it.
That's cool. I have a feeling that one's going to be the one. That was a 33. Yeah, first one was the one. 33.
33. All right. So, yeah, you hit her with Kariki Anj.
Sweet. And that is 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. So, you had 7 and 10, so 17. All right. Perfect. And yeah, so Willem, you were just like, you hit her with the warp dagger, you zoom there, do some damage, and then you flash down with Kariki Anj, and she's just like, duh! And she still is unable to do much because she is prone at the moment.
And I just look at her and I stare daggers at her, and I'm just like, what have you done to me?
Now, seeing this, Tomar, since you were kind of floating above still, I imagine, right?
Yes.
Okay. You can see now that this group of like wolfish looking men and women, that glow that was surrounding them seems to solidify, and suddenly, en masse, they all begin charging right at Willem. And this is going to take a sec to move them all, but
I definitely get one attack of opportunity.
yes, you would get one attack of opportunity. This one right here. And, but yeah, so you see this. Willem, I'm actually going to let you give me a dexterity save. It will be at disadvantage, though.
Okay.
It would probably just be normal unless he has super disadvantage. Because he's still technically within 20 feet of where the candle would have been.
Yeah.
So just normal?
Yep.
Okay. 18.
18. Unfortunately, 18 is not enough. So, Tomar, you go ahead and you can get your attack of opportunity there as one of them rushes by you.
20 to hit.
20 to hit? It hits.
Make a wisdom save.
Bitch.
That would be a 19.
Okay.
Nothing?
No. 16 regular damage, and then 14 fire damage.
Oof. Okay, so
Whap him real good as he runs by.
you watch as this wolfish human with like kind of so the way these guys look is they are humanoids. They're not all humans, I guess. They're humanoids, but they have like wolfish features. But they look mostly humanoid with wolfish features. But also they have like a weird pale glow, like ghastly, like pallid complexion. And so they look like some weird amalgam of things. But when you hit this creature with fire, it goes right up in flames. So one of them is now completely fucking gone. He just dissipates.
Nice.
Now, so they charged en masse towards you, Willem, and while they caught you by surprise, their actual attack, they didn't seem to realize where Lyla was, and so I need you to give me high or low.
Low.
So they are like rushing en masse towards you, and they're all trying to like swipe and bite and claw you. However, despite the fact that you were surprised and kind of taken by surprise, you notice that they sort of like stumble and fall when they see that Lyla is prone on the ground, and they all kind of like collide into each other, and they all fall, and you are going to get an attack of opportunity on two of them.
Sweet.
You
I'm gonna
and I
swing that
collide.
sweet, sweet Kariki Anj.
Okay, and you will have advantage on this because they are prone at the moment.
Excellent.
I rolled a natural one, that's why I showed it to her.
Nice. 25.
25 hits.
And 12 damage.
Okay,
Second one. 32.
that hits.
And 16 damage. Yeah,
Okay.
maxed out.
So, Tomar, you ignited one, it died. The others rush and then like stumble and fall down, and you watch as Willem just kind of like looks at him and then like slashes at him with his Kariki Anj. All right, it is now Tomar. It is now your turn. Oop. And then Gorbel, you are on deck.
Fuck, what do I... there... It's weird because I had so many plans for what I wanted to do, but then so many different things happened in that time. So I kept adjusting my plan. Fuck it. I'll just cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So if they enter the area or start their turn there, they need to make a wisdom save. So that's anyone in the area that is bad, including
where do you want
Lyla. Just it's centered on me, so you can just know that anything
I was
within
thinking spiritual weapon. Okay, sorry.
anything within 15 feet of me that is a bad guy when it's their
So-
turn,
Okay.
or if they enter the area. That's what's confusing to me when that phrasing, like, is that when I cast it too, or
See, I think because it starts at when. So the way I kind of look at it is you're casting it and they're just kind of like swirling around. So at their turn, since it's all like within 6 seconds, that's kind of how it's looked at. That way it's not necessarily instantaneous, but also, yeah, if they start their turn in there or if they enter that area, they're like swirling around and that's when it happens.
okay, well, I'll cast it at 5th level.
Okay.
So when it's Lila's turn and when it's their turn, they'll need to roll a wisdom save.
Gotcha.
And
All right.
how is Pinwin looking, Lindsay?
Yeah, how is Pinwin looking?
About half of my HP.
I will cast Healing Word
Yay.
at 7th level.
All right.
And you will heal for 22. Wait, never mind. I can't do that
Oh.
because one of them isn't a cantrip. Never mind. Suck it, Pinwin.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just be hurt.
I will
Hurt and beautiful.
I will instead use my bonus action to call upon the energy of the gods, and then I will. Never mind. I haven't spent any 3rd level spell slots, so never mind. We're good. I just wanted to
You're
do
like,
something for a bonus
"What?"
action. But I can't.
All right. Gorbel, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm imagining that I have Shigara kind of like over my shoulder.
However I imagine originally like you had her like this, but yeah, you can throw over your shoulder if you want.
Okay, I give her a little shake and I say, Shigara, are you awake?
Yeah, she's awake.
Oh, why is she still up there?
She's weak. She's been injured. Now she's healing, but
Can you move? Can you get down?
I can move. Yes.
Okay, can you fight?
Yes, I can fight.
Okay, because we need your help. I set her down.
Okay.
And then what is Lyla doing right now?
She is laying face down, like in a crouched position. That'll be Shigara for now. In like a subservient position on the ground with Willem standing over her and having just like slashed her up a little bit. And Pinwin is standing a few feet away from her, looking all marvelous and majestic, and on his knees.
Fitness club.
And what are the wolves doing?
They had all just run into each other and fell over.
So they're all on the ground.
Yes,
We're playing Twister.
basically.
Oh man. Okay. Can I see out that door into the hallway and see our allies?
You can, yes.
Can I scan the room and see who has entered or left?
Give me perception.
To see?
That is what it's
perception
for.
You know I'm not good at that.
Well, then why are you trying to look?
You always try to look. Be
Because
somebody
I
who's
still
good at
have
looking.
eyes.
Persuade the room. You're good at that.
That's what you're good at.
Come closer.
Oh my goodness, 6.
Okay, so you can see the general layout of what's going on. You can see that there's a lot of confusion, a lot of. Wait, what's your passive perception? Then?
Can Gorbel get glasses?
What's your passive perception?
That is 14.
Okay, so that's what it would be. You can never roll lower than your passive perception when you're like, unless it's something that's like extremely difficult. So you can see like the general layout of the area. You can see that what's going on as I described it. You can see that there's a couple of like wolfish humanoid things over here by the wall, just kind of like laying there struggling. You can see one is laying here. You can see that these guys are laying down here. Actually, this one is standing and not moving. Lila's here. You can see that Mirluck's vacant body is here. And you can see that the group out here seems to be conversing with, we'll move him up here, with Zyko, who has a woman's arm kind of thrown over his shoulder.
So they're just talking down there?
They're talking urgently. It seems like there's something, like Zyko is explaining something to them.
Okay, so I noticed that.
Yes.
That seems weird. I'm going to dash over there.
Okay.
While everybody else seems distracted.
You're up 40 feet, so you're going to leap off.
Yeah.
All right. Give me acrobatics.
Ankles bust snap.
Well, it wasn't fantastic. It was 15.
15. Okay, so you do all right. You leap off, kind of like you're trying to avoid them, and you leap off. Which way are you heading?
I'm going to skirt around everybody.
Okay, and are you gonna dash?
Yeah, I'm going fast.
Oh yeah, you're able to get here very easily.
Do your flippy floppies. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you kind of come through here. You gonna get in a little bit further, or?
So I run up to Zyko.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Gorbel.
Hey, what's going on?
So there's a bit of change in plans there. They got a little bit braver outside. Some more hobgoblins showed up, and then some like flying demon things showed up.
Flying demon things?
They look kind of like those dragons we encountered, those hell dragons. They're outside now. Everything's on fire. Things are getting real bad. So we might want to wrap up whatever's going on in here.
And as he says that, give me a dexterity save.
I don't have enough spell slots.
Who's
for
the
this.
woman?
Who is she?
Please tell me who the woman is.
She has her arm on him, you said?
Yeah, like she's being like
okay.
like as a crutch.
21.
21. All right, Gorbel, you watch you feel the room start to shake that you're in, and you kind of see out of the corner of your eyes. You turn, those doors are slamming close again, if almost by like a magical means. These doors right here to connect the room. You can have a reaction if you can either stay on this side or you can try to make it back over.
I'm going to grab my sword of nullification.
That's okay. As a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
And give it a poke, kind of like to interrupt it.
Okay. You give it a poke and nothing seems to happen, and then the door slams closed.
No.
So now you're on the other side of this door with these guys, and then you hear a. On the other side of the door. The rest of you guys, you feel as though you are descending or ascending downly as the walls suddenly begin to grow super tall where you guys are, and the floor drops that you guys are on, and you guys descend extremely quickly. And then you watch as like a cloud of like dark magical energy sort of envelops the ceiling area where you just been moments ago. Gorbel, did you have anything else you would like to do now that you hear that sound?
Yes, I want to know who that woman is.
Okay. So you turn and...
Who's this?
The woman kind of like...
My name is Charlotte. I've been fighting off what's going on here for a while, but I'm quite injured. Fortunately, I ran into Zyko here, and he was able to kind of get me out of the fray. Those hobgoblins were all surrounding me.
Can you fight?
Yes, I can fight. If I had a little bit more of a rest, I would be able to fight a lot better.
Oh, boy. Okay, we have to get back inside that room, because it sounds like something weird is happening.
All right, and that will be the end of your turn, unless you have something else you would like to do as an action.
I mean, I was going to try to poke that door again with the sword of nullification.
I mean, you can try.
It worked once. It worked on a lot of stuff.
It worked when it had a magical barrier on it. So that would be the end of your turn.
Okay.
All right. Willem, Tomar, and Pinwin. Give me wisdom saves.
I don't know. Oh, for the love of Todd.
28.
24.
9.
All right. Pinwin, you feel an intense searing heat as you watch Lila's hand sort of like drum her fingertips on the flagstones in some sort of legendary action. And you are blasted backwards by this force. You're blasted back 20 feet.
Okay.
And you are momentarily stunned and also hurt kind of badly as you are hit by this force energy, taking 100 points of force damage. The rest of you are going to take 50 points of force damage as you resisted it.
Ouch. Ooh.
You're also going to... Are you going to have to do a concentration, Pinwin?
Was that an attack from an attacker that I can see?
Yes.
I would like to also use Uncanny Dodge
Okay.
to have that have.
All right. What does that work on magical?
Um,
Because it is like this dome of force that comes out.
It just says when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. I'm going to say since it doesn't specify or say also magical attack, probably not. Like, since it's hitting you with an attack, I don't know. That implies physical, I would guess.
Yeah, I think it's something that you can see instead of like a magical force. But
Okay.
we'll call it that for now. But if we find out otherwise, we can
Okay.
move it in the future.
Makes sense to me. It was how much again? I'm sorry.
50.
Okay.
Bad.
What'd you get?
7.
7.
I think.
Okay.
Let me double check. But did
you
I
lose-
have advantage with Constitution or something from the drinking endeavors?
What?
I
That's
thought that was
just
a
when you're
thing.
drinking, I
That's
think.
Yeah,
just
that's when you're drinking stuff.
Damn.
Unless it's not. Do you have a boon?
No, I don't think. And that was like pre-boon situation, so probably not.
So yes, you would actually, I imagine, lose your grip on the control over Lyla, Pinwin, and you watch in horror through stunned eyes as Lyla suddenly springs up in place, and then she turns and looks right at you, Willem, and now I'm going to need another will save.
Okay.
Because she goes
Is
at the
this-
beginning and ends of turns.
Is this still a legendary action, or is this her turn?
This is her turn.
All right, now make a wisdom save.
For what?
Oh, nice.
For what?
Spirit guardians.
Yeah, that is an 11, so.
Okay. Well, it didn't tell me the total.
I saw your Spirit Guardian.
Yeah, what was
it? Popped
it?
up on mine. It said 27.
All right, 27 radiant damage. Thank you, Billy. That's handy.
Radiant damage?
That's right. I was
All
like,
right.
damn. And then you were like, tell me the roll. And I was like, do you want me to?
Okay, that seems to really, really fucking hurt Lyla. She's like, "Ah!" as you hit her with the spirit guardians. They're swirling around and they hit her, and she takes a decent amount of damage from that. She seems extremely bothered. Okay, Willem, what did you get for your wisdom save?
That's a good question. Oh, 20.
20. Okay.
I was like, I rolled it.
Willem, you are compelled once more.
Okay.
All right. It is Lila's turn again, as she has 2 actions, so or she gets top of the round and bottom of the round. So let's roll again.
So wait,
love
did I still have
I
advantage on
really
those rolls?
Don't.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Disregard my advantage roll.
Okay.
It's still the same outcome.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. That is an 8 for a wisdom save.
So 25 radiant again.
Okay, so she gets blasted real hard, and she is not looking great at this point. And then seeing that you are the cause of all of this, Tomar, she is going to like move her hand a little bit, and you watch as this like gleaming red magical dagger sort of appears in her hand. She flips it and hurls it right at you. 22 to hit.
I watch as the dagger flies past me. And then I look coyly back at her.
And that's her turn. Pinwin, it is your turn.
Suck it.
You are stunned at the moment, so you would automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attacks against you have advantage, and you are incapacitated and you can't move for the moment.
What would you like to do for your turn?
So, yeah, what can I do? What's left?
Maybe just take a little lie down, sleep.
I can't cast a spell then?
No, you wouldn't be able to really do anything, so
Can
you just
he
basically
resist?
lose your turn.
Can he roll
but
to
it's
resist?
just this one turn.
Or, oh, okay. So, yeah, you can't do anything.
Okay. I'm going to
Sorry.
not do anything.
I choose to not do anything.
My choice.
All right.
My choice.
All right, Willem, it is your turn, and the original person, obviously, isn't going to suffice, but you are compelled.
Okay. I kind of like look at Lyla and I shake my head, and then I just kind of like start squinting again, and I'm just kind of like I look really hazy, and I'm like, oh. And I scan the room again, and I kind of turn around, and it does like the Michael Bay like camera
action, yeah.
spin around. Camera spins around me, slowly elevating and looking up at me. And I see Tomar, and I whip out my bow,
Okay.
and I fire a web shot at him.
Okay.
He's your friend, Willem.
Do I need to resist or anything?
I think it's an attack roll, right?
It is. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Whoa. Yeah, that hits.
Oh.
35.
Okay. So, Tomar, you are restrained. You are basically restrained to the ground by this web as it knocks you out of the air and sticks you to the ground.
Okay.
In this sticky web.
And I am going to fire another shot at Tomar.
Okay.
And this is going to be a shadow arrow.
Okay. And you will have advantage on this
Okay.
as he is restrained.
33.
Fuck.
Has
I
Mira,
assume that hits.
has
Or
Mira
I guess
looked
go ahead and
on
roll
at
your
all?
second one since you have advantage.
I did. That was my, that was
okay,
my
gotcha.
second one.
All
Or
right.
that was my first one. I rolled. My second one was lower. Okay, and shadow arrow. A creature hit by the arrow takes an extra 2d6 psychic damage and must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Billy, stop
DC
hurting our
19.
friend.
Okay. So go ahead and roll wisdom saving throw.
You said 2d6?
Yes, I will roll
additional,
2d6.
And then a wisdom
psychic
saving throw
damage.
from me?
So regular attack, the 2d6 psychic, and then, wisdom save for you, Tomar.
All right, so psychic damage is going to be 5, and the regular damage, nice, 8.
Okay, so 13.
Whew, this is good. This is good. I'm rolling poorly on the actual damage,
Yeah, that
so
worked.
that's good.
So, okay.
And then-
so 5
yeah, you're-
regular damage, and then I have resistance to normal damage. So what was
Okay.
the normal damage?
It was 8, so 4.
4. Okay.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. That'd be nice.
And then what'd you get for your wisdom?
I got an old 12.
Okay, it's a 19. So you can no longer see farther than 5 feet away until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
So you suddenly are basically submerged in a shadowy magical darkness, Tomar. And as it is the end of your turn, is it, Willem, or are you going to do something else?
That is all I will do for now, unless I can offer a hand to Lyla to help her up.
She's standing now, so you're good.
Oh, okay.
You will now go ahead and give me a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Kill her. This is terrifying.
Does Willem
It's
look
just me
noticeably
and you.
different when he does this?
He looks noticeably different now. He's a bit paler in his complexion. His eyes kind of glisten a little bit differently. His movements seem a lot more lithe, but he doesn't look crazy different, just subtly different.
Okay.
So less Buffy the Vampire Slayer vampire, more Twilight vampire.
Basically.
My wisdom save was a 15.
15. So unfortunately, you were still compelled.
Okay.
Willem.
Jeez.
Willem, what are you doing?
That's our friend.
Pinwin, you're
I just-
stunned.
Oh. Dead silence then.
I do the
Han Solo shrug.
yeah, kind of. No, well, similar to, adjacent to that, the Temple of Doom, just sort of like vacant.
So now that Willem's turn is over, the wolfish humanoids,
Make a wisdom save.
yes, they will make a wisdom save as they're struggling to get up, and they get a 16 for a wisdom save
Okay.
as a group.
By the way, I did roll twice once Willem hit me both of those times to maintain concentration, and I did.
Okay. All right.
And they take 33 radiant damage to all the wolves if it's their turn.
Okay. Let me see which one that is. Okay, as they're struggling to get up, they're just like, and these two basically dissipate in a pile of ash. This one is
Bitch.
still hanging on by a thread, but yeah, didn't feel great. And he's like, oh, and he's going to do his best to move away outside of the range. Tomar, it's your turn.
You just fucked with the wrong dwarf. I am going to swing my hammer down onto the ground in front of me and point it maul up, and then a bunch of flaming meteors fly down. And I'm just going to choose the area in front of me. I can create a line of 10-foot cubes. So I'm going to point them like basically all over where the rug was.
Okay.
And everyone in that area must make a dex saving throw.
Okay. So Willem, go ahead and make a dex saving throw. What the fuck just
You're
happened?
tearing us apart. Lyla. Worst ex ever.
18.
21.
So Willem, you would take 23 fire damage, and then Lyla would take half of that.
Got you. So that seems to hurt. What does it look like as you cast this meteor stuff?
Just as I hold the hammer down, the fire's just coalescing at the top of the room and just falling down in balls.
Just. So now the rug's on fire, obviously.
The designer's like, no!
Is that the end of your turn, Tomar?
Yes.
Okay. Gorbel, you are now in this other area with all the runes just kind of hanging out as the door has shut.
Quick
And
question,
you-
by the way. Sorry. Do I need to roll for that arrow on each of my turns, or does it just last a certain amount of time?
Until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
Which would have been
That.
So yeah,
I mean,
good.
the next turn would be that. So I should be fine after that turn.
All right, so Gorbel, you're hanging out there with Bem, Len, Dirk, Zyko, Charlotte, and Chester. The door has closed, and you can hear like loud noises somewhere outside through the walls. You hear like a
So this
I
is
don't
AOL connection.
Love the noises that are happening outside.
no, it's not good.
Can anybody open this door?
We could try. Is it? What's going on with it?
I don't know. Like lately, I've just been opening doors by poking them with this. I go for the handle and try to open it.
All right, it doesn't budge if you just try to open it by your hand with the handle.
Help.
Okay. What if we all attack it at once?
Okay.
All right. Let's
Do it, and everybody like kind of draws their weapons, and everybody gets in a line. So you watch as like Len, Dirk,
Pinwin gets
Bem,
stabbed to death.
yourself, Zyko, Chester, and I guess we got to throw her on here now. Let's do this one. So, yeah, so keep in mind the door does swing this way, so you guys are going to charge it and try to do that with your powers combined.
Wait, it swings.
It swings towards
Why
you.
would we do that if it swings that way?
Because that was the way he suggested.
Oh, well, knowing what I know, I'd say it's a pull, not a push.
Well, I guess we can all try to pull it, but attacking it might... I don't know. What do you want to
I
do?
look for a lock.
There doesn't appear to be a lock.
Well, then what the fuck is holding this closed? Okay. Dirk and Len, can you investigate this door and see maybe what is causing it to not open? Because there's no lock, and this thing is supposed to break magic, and it doesn't seem to be working, I say as I swing it towards the door, and then I turn to Zyko and Chester and that lady, and I say, we need to figure out what is happening outside and how to prevent those things from getting in here.
Well, like you said, there's those hell dragons. They showed up. A lot of chaos. I think that's what all the sounds are. So, probably hell dragons, demons. They came out of a portal.
How do you defeat a hell dragon?
Carefully.
Crap.
None of us are careful.
When I swung my sword at the door, did it do anything to it?
Nothing happened to the door, but you did hear like a... from somewhere in the wall.
Wait. did you guys hear something from the door?
Len and Dirk like kind of look at each other, and then Dirk says like, "Yeah, I think I heard like a or like a some sort of a gasp."
I poke it with my finger.
The door?
Yeah.
It just feels like a door.
Is there somebody in the wall / door / ceiling / floor?
Give me
I yell.
persuasion.
33.
You hear, "No," very quietly in the wall.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Because that sounds like somebody is in the wall / door / ceiling / floor. Which one is it?
The wall.
Are the walls stone?
Are you asking that out loud?
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, they look like stone.
How?
It's a bit hollow.
What?
It's hollow in the wall.
Can I kind of tell where the voice is coming from?
Yeah, you're generally able to find that it's like right next to the door jamb, like the door frame.
I knock on the wall.
It sounds like stone, but you don't know how thick it is.
So you're in the wall though, like in stone.
Yes. Sorry, that was Psycho. Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm not saying nothing. And at that moment, you watch as Zyko walks up, punches into the wall, grabs something out, and you watch as he pulls out this gnome and drops him on the ground. And there's just like a smoking crater where Zyko punched.
Jesus, Psycho.
Found him.
All right, let's switch back to you guys. It is now Lila's turn.
Make a hot wisdom save, buddy.
Oh, yeah. That is a 24.
Okay, she will take half as much damage.
Is she hurt at all?
She's not looking great at all.
15 radiant damage, or half since
Okay.
she saved.
That's a 5d8, right?
All right, so she's just like,
You fuckers. I fucking can't stand this.
and suddenly she's up in the air again, and she moves her hand like kind of like a brushing pattern. And Willem, you feel yourself like kind of magically moved out of the way as she kind of like brushes you through the air and then lifts her hands up like this, and you watch as what appears to be thousands of tiny black magical daggers appear in the air around you, Tomar.
Jesus.
I can't watch them, but yeah.
Oh, so you were just like,
Yeah.
Well,
The spirit guardians are like looking up and they're like trying to get my attention.
All right.
Yeah.
Natural 20. All right, Tomar.
Mirrorlug, help us.
Yeah, why aren't
do
our
something?
runes doing anything? Do they
Because
not?
you have to tell them exactly what to do. They have no minds of their own.
Yeah, Mirrorluck is literally on the
Dead?
ground right now.
Oh, he is?
Doing what? Just sitting?
Sleeping?
he hucked himself at the wall,
Yeah.
knocked himself right the fuck out.
Oh, great. You should have used those Heelys on him. Who knew? Well, I mean, I'd
I
be
can't heal him.
unconscious.
He can't operate if somebody isn't holding him.
So yes. So Tomar, you are going to take 156 psychic damage as these needles go right into your like skull, and they just these magical needles, and then they disperse, causing this intense pain inside of your mind, and it's just like all these like and like it feels like your brain is being torn asunder.
Ooh, asunder.
Yeah.
And you had no idea where it was coming from. You were just like sitting there in the darkness, and then all of a sudden, then I didn't know if you had like a reaction or anything. Lyla using a little bit of her own energy. Oh, actually, she's gonna have to wait. Oh yeah, roll for concentration on the spirit guardians.
I super concentrate.
Oh, nice. Okay, Lyla is going to take another bit of damage from the spirit guardian, so go ahead and roll damage for that.
28 radiant damage.
28 radiant damage. Okay, she screams out and like looks as though she's about to falter for a second, and then she kind of straightens her back, turns, looks at you, Willem, and then casts a glance over to her other like wolf people, and then snaps her fingers. And Willem, you feel extremely compelled to stand guard around her.
Okay.
And you watch as the others begin to move towards her.
Make a wisdom save.
Okay. That's a natural 1 on that one.
So the first one got 16 radiant damage. Roll for the other ones. Since
That's a 2.
okay.
That is a 18.
Still fails.
And this one has this one right here. I don't know why I was pointing with my finger. This one right here got a 29.
Whoa.
Oh, and Willem, you'll have to also.
No, he won't.
Oh, he won't? Okay.
Because I didn't designate him.
Oh, okay,
so
gotcha.
23 radiant damage for the first one. Fuck you. 28 radiant damage for the second one. And then 28 halved radiant damage for the last one.
So this one is this one's also there. So he also did not save. So go ahead and roll damage for him. This one right here, fucking, is now dead. It immediately.
27 radiant damage for the last one.
Okay, gotcha.
Fucking
okay, so
Spirit Guardians, dude.
yeah, they take some
freaking
serious
Todd.
fucking like pain. Imagine that they're clustered around. I'm just getting frustrated with why that keeps popping up. I do not understand why, but but they cluster around Lyla, they feel very strongly compelled to keep her safe at all costs. All right, Pinwin, it's your turn. You are now no longer suffering from being incapacitated and stunned.
Okay.
You definitely see Tomar not looking super hot.
Yeah. I'm also not super hot. Oh man, we need to take her down. I am done with you. You need to get like the hell out of all of our lives. She already broke up with you like 1 trillion times. You're the worst. Oh my god. And I'm going to just point at her, and I'm going to cast Shatter at I want to say it's 4th level.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's Constitution save of 19. Please.
Well, I dropped it off the table, so we'll call it a 1.
Yes. Okay. So then, do you want me to read this? It's been a while. Or are we
Yeah, go
good?
ahead.
Okay. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of choice within range, which I'm going to... Oh, so are the wolves... Is there a wolf right next to her?
Yeah. They're
What is the
Okay,
range
so-
on?
and Willem and there's 3 wolves around her and Willem.
Okay, so... I mean, I'll finish reading, but each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw.
So not with your choice.
I can choose the point within range, so I can choose where I want the point to be.
So you can aim it for like
The wolves and
there,
her.
so it doesn't hit Willem.
Yes.
And
Yeah, because
me.
they're like right here,
Yeah.
and Willem's on this side,
Okay. Yep. So I will try to just evade Willem, but get Lyla and the wolves.
and also probably Tomar.
Oh yeah, him too. Obviously, yeah. Okay. And then does anyone have? Oh no, that's made of metal. Never mind.
What was the save? It's a wisdom.
Constitution 19.
Okay, so only one of them saves, and it is coincidentally this one right here again. So
Does Lyla? No. So Lyla didn't save.
Lyla did not save.
Yay. Okay, so that means creature takes 5d8 thunder damage, half as much on a successful save. So I'll go ahead and roll that. That'd be 24.
Okay.
So my Mantle of Majesty, I know I lost concentration on Lyla, but we're in that 1 minute. No, it's donezo.
Yeah, you lost your concentration, so you're not like mantly anymore.
Okay. So I can't shoot because I did a spell. Correct?
Right.
Could I do a bonus action spell?
If it's a cantrip.
Oh, I don't have any. Okay, then I think that's all I can do. Unless, would I be able to run to be in the candles area? Even though that's kind of a
No.
dangerous game. Okay. Then I guess that's it.
So you watch Pinwin as Lyla takes a ton of damage and then suddenly turns into vapor as if some sort of mist and kind of crawls out along the floor, kind of filling the room that you're all in. The rest of them, these two, are now vanquished. You motherfucking dictionary. I fucking... Why? Why the fuck? And it says Willem. I don't know why.
It's me. Hi, guys.
Yo, the dictionary.
Here to ruin your day.
Willem, you are still feeling compelled.
Okay.
Willem, before you can do anything, you see a movement out of the corner of your eye, and Shigara drops down in front of you and puts her hand on your face and puts her other hand on your blade, and she just says, "Calm down, Willem. Right now, we're going to switch. I know it's technically Tomar's turn, but we're going to switch to you, Gorbel. This gnome has been pulled out of the wall by Zyko. He's laying on the ground. And he looks up. He's covered in dust. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what were you doing in the wall? And who are you?
I was keeping it latched. I was told to do this.
By whom?
By the master.
Ugh, you're one of those. We're going to have to kill you. I am sorry.
That makes sense. Do you want to know how to open the door first?
Yeah.
Well, there's a latch in there. You just pull the latch down and the door will unlock.
I mean, can you reach around and do that?
Yeah.
He stands up, dusts himself off, and
Make him do it.
he disappears inside the wall, and then you hear a...
It's good.
I open the door.
You open the door, and mist pours out of the door, Gorbel, as you look and you see not the same room that you were in previously. In fact, this looks like a massive space.
Oh my! Where did they go?
Huge and massive, and it appears to be filled with mist. But in the center of the room, this giant space, is this floating circular red disc. You can see the seal of Bronze Wall. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh.
Shit.
So when we come
shit.
back, Tomar, it'll be your turn in combat. So
Lots of stuff going on.
Man.
That was a very up in arms episode. lots of fightings and
What a
combat.
asshole.
Yeah, Lyla sucks.
Lyla straight up sucks.
I hope you have learned from this experience, Gorbel, and choose better partners.
Oh my gosh, I learned from the experience so long ago.
Date better people, Gorbel.
Learn harder.
I'm trying.
You haven't learned.
I don't have time to date.
yet.
I only have time to focus on me right now.
I only have time to fight and kill.
all right. Why don't you guys tell me why you deserve an extra 5 points of boon?
Fucking spirit guardiansing everyone.
Not
Nice.
being dead. And it's been hard.
Being the evil Indiana Jones Temple of Doom vampire thrall.
Wooing people with my beauty temporarily.
Making a
Rarely.
new friend that I will kill.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to kill you.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. All right, so everybody gets the extra 5 points of boon.
Yeah.
I do like his attitude though, so
Very compliant,
yeah,
which is not what we're used to.
it's super refreshing.
Are you
Yeah,
at max?
nice
boon
change of
yet?
pace.
All right, now it's time for tonight's MVPC. I want you guys to tell me who deserves an additional 5 points of boon. For the audience's benefit, Willem is 1, Tomar is 2, Pinwin is 3, and Gorbel is 4. Now, at the count of 3, I want you to hold up the number of corresponding fingers to indicate the person that you would like to vote for. I will allow you a moment to think about it, and then we shall vote.
Got it.
So, do you guys know who you want to vote for?
Kinda.
All right. 1, 2, 3, vote. Okay. So we've got 2 votes for Pinwin, 1 vote for Tomar, and 1 vote for Gorbel. Willem, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
Again, kind of biased, but looking after Shigara and
Setting her down.
gentle.
Yeah, not throwing her.
And my vote is kind of meta gamey because I know that she did something that could potentially really help me. And I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Very nice.
That's true.
Pinwin, why'd you vote for Tomar?
He healed me, and those spirit gardens were fire. Get it? Get it?
Go wait in the truck.
You don't
All
even
right,
have
very
a
nice.
truck.
They were actually radiant, but yeah.
You know, I mean, you had a lot of fire going on. In
That's
this.
true.
Breathtaking. All right, nice. Tomar, why did you vote for Pinwin?
He shut down Lyla, and no one else was able to do that. And he just used a bunch of different stuff that he doesn't normally, and I don't know. It was cool. I liked it.
Very nice. And Gorbel, why'd you vote for Pinwin?
I agree. He did like some creative, really cool stuff, and that was like really awesome what he did with Lyla.
All right. Well, I think that settles it, folks. Tonight's MVPC is Pinwin Dingleroot.
Oh, I also love I love that Pinwin always has Gorbel's back when it comes to other people.
Take your 5 points of boon, and you and Gorbel can divest it together.
Yeah.
Not really, but you know. Friendship points. Okay, well, I think that's it for tonight's episode. Thanks to Chad Piper for that awesome intro song. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Thanks to all of you listeners and all of you patrons. We really appreciate it, and we wouldn't be able to do this nearly as well without your support and backing. If you're interested in checking out our Patreon, go to patreon.com/D20_syndicate and see what sort of things we'll be willing to offer you in order to get you to become our patrons and by proxy us become your warlocks. So check that out, look it over, see what you think, and maybe become a patron. We'd love it. We love all of our patrons. Check out our Discord. It is now open to the public, and if you check out the episode description or really anywhere we have our social media profiles, you can access it. We're growing more and more every day, and we really enjoy hanging out with our friends and our homies in the chat. So check that out. See if you like what we're doing, and if you do, stay a while. And also consider rating us on iTunes. 5 stars if you're nasty. But leave a review, and we will read every review we receive wherever we find it, in whatever form and whichever medium. We will read it on this podcast. So leave a review and rate us 5 stars if you like us. It really helps us out, and I don't think many people realize that. But yeah, we really appreciate everybody who's already done so, and we'll just keep doing this anyway, so just make it worth our while. But that's it for tonight, folks. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate Podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to.
Who sounds gorbly?
Yeah, who's Gorbely?
Tomas did, but I think it was because he wasn't like on the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
I sounded gorbly. What does that mean?
I know what she means.
Garbly.
Yeah.
No,
Your
not
guys'
garbly. Garbly isn't the right one because it's more of like
Yeah.
it's more of an O sound than
It's
an
more of
ah
a
sound.
warbly.
There you go.
No,
That I
garbly.
understand.
Oh, okay.
God, read a fucking book.
Coming from
Read a
Gorbel,
fucking
that's
subreddit,
rich.
you pleb.
Yeah. So, all right. Time for tonight's round. Campfire question. Wow, you guys are really engaged right now.
We're waiting for
Yeah,
you.
we were literally
okay.
waiting because
To
you were like,
lead us.
yeah.
Literally everyone was staring.
Usually when you say
off
yeah,
screen.
you follow it up with more stuff.
No.
No, he is famous for his trailing off yas. So yeah.
At least I'm famous for something, unlike you miserable bunch.
Ooh, that's
So we're
true.
loquacious and miserable?
Yeah.
We're miserably loquacious.
Bippity boppity. I want to make sure
I
I'm
bit
not
my
clipping.
cheek while I said loquacious. It's like my
How
body was like,
loquacious of
you've
you."
never said this out loud before, you dumb shit. You don't know how the mouth feel for this is.
How ironic.
Loquacious.
Just filled with blood.
Really, we're okay.
Just a southern socialite choking on a ding dong. But somebody unwrapped it for me.
to breakfast.
That's the way to sludge the ho-ho.
I feel so fucking bloated right now from eating so much salt.
Yeah, we went to 3 Samurai. There's like a bunch of sushi places here, though, so that one is just really close, and we like it.
Tight. Sounds
Is
cool.
3 Samurai like the 3 Musketeers?
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe.
They're best
I
friends.
like it.
They're pen pals. Actually, the 3 Samurai inspired the 3 Musketeers to be like a threesome, and because before there was like 7 of them, and then they were like 3 Samurai.
They take a kayaking.
They went
every
on
summer.
vacation, yeah. The other
And
4,
then there were
they're-
the 7 Samurai, and that was also weird.
the
We're
other
best
4
friends.
are
We're
very
having soft
cliquey.
tacos later.
That sounds great.
The buddy movie that we didn't know we needed. 3 Musketeers and the 7 Samurai.
Versus
Mega Godzilla.
just a katana versus rapier showdown.
I have a feeling I know who wins that one.
Girl, do you count a spell? Tell Lyla go to hell.
I like that.
Girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's. Damn.
Fucking tell me the roll, stupid.
I just told you 11.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my phone.
I was like, bro, I could coming in with a lot of heat on this.